Hello everybody, so September was a busy month for the Plerdy team and we want to show you new product updates we have launched over the last months. So let's get to them. We have 9 exciting updates. 4 of them are something new added to the platform and 5 of those updates are some improvements and optimizations to the existing functionality. So let's start with the first one, optimization of obtaining SEO data from Google Search Console. Some websites have a lot of URLs and a lot of information, so it's harder for the system to process this information, and it may sometimes come with some delays or shortbacks in the reporting. So we aimed to provide the same speed and data processing for all users, all accounts. So this month we improved this process of obtaining SEO data, and now it works with a rocket speed for every website, even if you have a lot of information and a lot of pages. Next exciting update is our integration with Semrush. We have been working closely with the Semrush team on adding the backlinks information in our platform. So currently this feature is in beta, but you can already test it. So you need to go to SEO Checker, backlinks, and here first step would be to log in or create an account in Semrush. But then you can add a URL here and search for backlinks, anchors, referring domains, referring IPs, index pages, and domain competitors. More information and details about this integration will be coming very soon, so stay tuned. Next thing, we updated the email reports that are sent to the account users. The reports can be found here in the settings report. So basically, as for now, there are no upfront automatic reports sent to users. In order to get email reports, you need to go here to this tab and add the email address in this list. So you can add more by using this button. The email reports can be sent to any users, any email address you add here, and you can also choose what kind of information you want to get: heat maps, information about SEO, event tracking, conversion funnels, sales performance, video sessions, and also you can select pop-up forms from which you want to get information about leads. But important note here that this email reports will be sent only after you add this email address here. Let's now move to the next update. And this is a Slack channel in our reporting that allows you to receive lead reports from the pop-up forms. So now you can get information and notifications not only to your email, but also to the Slack. So it's a good news for everybody who is using Slack. First step here would be to add your Slack channel here. We already did it. We have our Plerdy Slack channel here. So if you press this button here, add a Slack channel, you will need to add the permissions. Here is this button, add to Slack. Next step would be to give this permission to access your Slack workspace. After you gave this permission, you then need to add the concrete channel ID, your Slack channel ID, to which you want to receive these notifications. Slack channel ID can be found if you open your Slack in browser. So this last part of the URL is your channel ID. You need to copy it, go back to the Plerdy account, and here, same as you're adding the emails, you can add this Slack channel ID, and then click here to select the pop-up form from which you want to receive information about leads. It's also important here to note that as for now, in Slack, you can only receive information from the pop-ups, but we're working also on sending more data to the Slack. So in the future, the heat maps, SEO, event tracking, and other reports will also be available in the Slack. One more step for this feature, you also need to add our app to a channel. It can be done like this. And then you will be receiving this information like this. So there will be links. So you can go to your Plerdy account from Slack and check specific information about this leads. Okay, let's move to the second part of the update. The video session recording playback page has been updated. So let me show you how the playbacks look like right now. So here on the left, we have information about events. First, these events are standard events. Below, also you can see the custom events if you have created any custom events. The second tab is general information about this specific session. And the last thing are tags. We already had video tags in this section here, but we also added team tags. So now you can share this specific video session with any of your colleagues, marketer, UX specialist, just anybody to whom this may be relevant. You can add here user email, and this video will be shared with your mates. So it's super easy now to collaborate and to share some of your findings with your colleagues. Also here above the session, we added the drop-down list with the pages that were opened during this session. So you can go to any of these pages, and you can also view heat map directly from here. Go to the heat map to see the information about clicks only. Represented with the heat maps. So it will send you to the heat map of this specific page that was viewed in this session. And let's now move to the next update. It's user ID in PopUp form reports. So as I have been showing here in the videos, in the information, we had automatic IDs for each users. And now we also have those IDs for pop-ups. So if you go to forms and feedback and go to reports, you see the information about countries, general stats, how many people filled in this form. But also here in the table, you will see this user ID. It is generated automatically, but there is also a possibility to add a custom ID if you have the need for using the custom IDs. What's also really cool that those IDs in pop-ups and in video sessions are synchronized. So basically, if you see that some users filled in the form, you can just take their user ID, go to video sessions, filter as video sessions based on this user ID, and watch the session of this specific leads who filled in the form. And this information basically is synchronized, so you can match the users who filled in the form with their specific sessions. Another update that we have this month is Ecommerce report updates. So we now have a bit different reports in our sales performance tab here. So we are focusing on 4 main metrics. It's average order value, revenue, transactions, and conversion rate. So these 4 reports now look like this. And also this update lead us to the next update, which is the general dashboard update. So now in the dashboard section where you have an overall information from your account, we also gave the sales performance graphs in the beginning. However, if your website doesn't have conversion, doesn't have e-commerce tracking enabled, it's some service websites or some other kind of websites where you're not selling and tracking the sales, these graphs will just show you no data, but you can scroll to another reports and other graphs, which we also improved in terms of design, in terms of functionality. So clicks, scroll depths, cursor hovers, everything is now in the dashboard and it looks like this. And now let's move to the last update for today. It's data segmentation based on text from Google Search Console. So it's actually the biggest update of this month. Some websites have really a lot of URLs, and when you want to analyze some of the categories of your pages separately, it's quite hard to filter them. Not always they have common URL part. So we added this opportunity to create tags and to group, to create segments of your URLs. So basically these tags appear here, and you can apply those tags to check the specific segment. And to create this tag, you need to click on Segmentations, add here the name of this segment, and here we are adding the URLs, every URL in a new line. So let's imagine you added a new product category to your website, for example, like 100 products, and you want to separately track their performance, their impressions, clicks. So you add this group, add all of those URLs, filter, and you will be able to see how these pages were changing over the time, how the metrics for those pages were changing. Same thing applies now in the query part. If there are a lot of pages, there are even more queries because each page can have different queries. And this opportunity here basically gives you a way to segment your content. So we can choose, for example, keywords that are related to specific to the same page of your website and group them in one segment. So it works here in the same way. Filters are added here. You need to create them in the tab main. And this opportunity also gives you a chance to identify new missing keywords and opportunities for creation and new pages on your site. In the filter, we also see the new keywords and lost keywords. So you can analyze what are the keywords that were added, the new keywords, and the keywords that you lost over a specific period of time. So this tags in the content part gives you an opportunity to create clusters, create keyword groups, and to build your content strategy more effectively. And that was the last update for September. We really hope that you like this update and this information was useful for you. If you have any questions about the updates, feel free to send them over to us. Stay tuned and have a good one. Bye.